Hopping onto NHL 20 today, you may have found this graphic on the bottom right-hand corner showing you that there is a new event in Hockey Ultimate Team. What you may not know if you exclusively play Hockey Ultimate Team, that there's an event going on in the world of Chell as well, providing you with cosmetics and additional XP for playing the different game modes in the world of Chell. Now, I don't have anything against this dark Chell 94 jersey, just the fact that you can get the away jersey, the lighter version, for playing 2 drop-in games, and for the home jersey, you gotta play like 20 games, or get a hoodie version for 20 shots. I don't know, it doesn't make me feel like I should be going for that home jersey. Going into Hockey Ultimate Team, you're greeted with this banner, which basically states, go into the store and you get to pick one of 6 90 overall loan cards to have for the next 2 weeks. If the card that you chose is part of the group that most people chose, that card will get an extra synergy when the voting ends on September 20th. That synergy should apply to the actual card and not just the loan card. You don't get to keep the 90 overall regardless if it wins the vote. After that, we have another graphic, classic NHL sets, because nothing screams classic NHL like gold collectibles. You guys remember those from like 20 years ago, yeah? Classic NHL. Either way, gold collectibles have now been added to packs permanently, and the NHL 94 collectibles you get from HUT challenges, we'll talk about that in just a moment. They added a bunch of 80 to 86 overall cards that you can pull in packs, and that is just for this week. It's a mix of past, present, and future players. We're not talking about those kids who haven't even picked up a hockey stick yet, alright? But just players that we expect big things out of in the future. Like Theo Fleury, he's like 5'6", so hopefully he'll grow up to be like 6'6". Maybe that's what it takes to be in the Hall of Fame, I don't know. They'll come out with some more cards next week, and in a bit we'll review some of these cards to see if they're any good. So heading on over to the store so that we can pick up our free 90 overall loan cards for the next 14 days. If you click on it, you'll get to see that there is no quantity limit. That means you get to have as much of these as you want, right? No. EA's lying to you. That's fine. Let's see what's inside this pack and see what kind of cards you get to choose from. For those of you who haven't pulled a purple card yet, this is what it looks like. We get to choose between Gretzky, Roenick, YZERMAN, Dahlin, Rantanen, and HART. When we wanted YZERMAN back in the NHL games, I don't know if this is what we meant. I can't even recognize him. But that's okay. Welcome back regardless. For those who, for some reason, can't tell, Gretzky, Roenick, and YZERMAN are your veterans, whereas Dahlin, Rantanen, and HART are your young stars. Let's take a look at the stats so that you're well informed on who to grab. Starting with Gretzky, he's a 90 overall, and so is everyone else, but you couldn't tell because all of his stats are pretty much 90 overall. You know, in cases like that, EA just throws a curveball at you, and he's a 91 overall. So yeah, pretty well balanced. Face-offs at 90 is nice. He's got sustained pressure, Magician as his other synergy. Magician is awful, so that's why synergy-wise he's not so great. His other stats, like fighting at 69, nice, are otherwise unimportant. Roenick is a smidge faster with a more powerful shot, but less accurate one. He's great at puck handling and has great offensive awareness, but suffers everywhere else. Not by a whole lot, so it's not a big deal, but his synergies are the worst. For the boys, Arm Day, yeah, he's one that I'd skip over. Steve YZERMAN with the juicy X-Factor synergy makes him a prime target for your loan card. He's got a lot of 92s, so why isn't he a 92 overall? See, that's what I'm talking about. He suffers a bit in his skating and his slap shot power, but that's okay. Biased Red Wings fan here. That's okay. It's okay. But yeah, compared to Gretzky, this card's just better. He's got the one-timer synergy as his other synergy, so it's not useless like that Magician synergy, except for the fact that you probably won't have one-timer activated, so it's useless in a different way. Either way, it's up to you if you want to choose a superstar or a veteran. If you want to go veteran, I choose Stevie Y. Dahlin's got the speed. He's got a great shot for a defenseman as well. His other stats are pretty well balanced, just like his balance stat. At 94, he's got some great balance. The worst thing about this card are his synergies, but otherwise, not a bad pick. Rantanen, however, could be a better pick. He's 6'4", 211 pounds, big dude. He's a big dude. He skates fast for a big dude. He's got a decent shot, not just for a big dude, but just for his overall, I guess. Puck control defensively, those stats are pretty good, except he's not very physical. But because he's a big guy, he is automatically physical. He's not going to be a big cuddly teddy bear on the ice, let me tell you. Especially not with those synergies. Wrecking Crew, Thread the Needle, those are solid synergies to try to get activated. That's why before I even look at the last card, this would be my pick overall. And maybe it will be. Carter Hart, he is a goalie. That's 6'2". That's okay. It's not Ben Bishop sized, but we'll take it. Just like the Takeaway King synergy. Sustained pressure is his other synergy, so that's nice. Only if you're trying to activate it. But yeah, I wouldn't be stuck with 90 overall goalie for 2 weeks if I get to choose a player that's 90 overall instead. So yeah, no quantity limit. I go to try to get the pack again, and EA doesn't let me. Wow, surprised face. After that, we have another event-specific pack called the Untradeable Classic NHL Starter Pack, which I'm guessing, just like the name says, has untradeable cards inside. You can get it for 60,000 coins or 1,200 pucks. It has 15 items. Now that I look at it, right underneath the pack it says 15, but in the item pack description it says 14. What can you do if your son is failing kindergarten? Alright, I don't have a son. I don't have to worry about that. Don't worry about it. Anyway, you get at least 6 player items, 1 guaranteed classic NHL player item, which are those 80 to 86 overall cards that we were talking about in the menu, and a gold collectible, all of which is untradeable. Keep that in mind. Taking a look at the pack probability, you have a 50% chance of getting an 86 plus player, which I think is one of those classic NHL items. So good luck getting any other kind of 86 plus overall player. Then it says classic NHL event items, 99% chance. But you just told me I'm guaranteed to get a classic NHL item. It's like that 1% is EA eating your pack, crashing your game, and then you boot it back up and nothing's there anymore. It says there's a less than 1% chance to get a master icon player or a master item, but would that really replace your guaranteed NHL event item? And those don't count as NHL event items if you pull any of those 90 overall lone players? That's weird. Next up, let's head on over to single player and look at the challenges for these sets. You'll notice you can earn a total of 30 challenge stars. The challenges are for the next 2 weeks. There's going to be a daily challenge that you can complete every day to get a classic NHL 94 collectible. And that collectible you can turn into a Jaromir Jagr. It's really easy challenges. You're playing on rookie, take 7 shots on goal, 1 minute periods. You can get through that pretty quickly, especially if you need to do it as an objective. Heading on over into the other challenges, you have a total of 10 of them where you have 3 different objectives. If you 3-star them, you get untradeable packs such as the base pack, the premium pack, mini pack, and a player's pack. You can also get a monthly collectible and untradeable coins.
Just kidding! Just kidding!
You either believe me there for a second or you didn't even get to process what I just said. Moving on to your sets. If you head on over to the exchange tab, you get this sexy picture of Austin Matthews up against the wall. Great Tinder profile picture, let me tell you. But yeah, the new sets themselves, you get to throw in 50 gold players to make an untradeable gold collectible, much like the Icon collectible. If you finally get an Icon collectible, you have a 33% chance to get a random classic NHL player item. Are you telling me I have to feed this piece of crap set a gold collectible for 50k coins? About 50k coins is what it goes for. And there's a 33% chance that I get anything out of this. But when you add Kurt Angle to the mix, you still need to worry about getting something good, because your top rewards are 86 overall cards that do go for about that much. So you have like a 99% chance of getting nothing good.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you as
NHL 20. But don't you worry, because if you throw 3 of those collectibles, you're guaranteed poo on a plate. No, I mean, at least at that point, they could show you the 86 overall, and you can choose the 86 overall. So I guess it's not that bad. Those collectibles may go down in price. And they may also release better cards next week. If you get your hands on 10 of these elusive collectibles, you can extend your loan card days by 365 until NHL 21. But no, you can just choose whatever one of those cards that you want to keep. Keep in mind, though, it's untradeable. That means you can't get any coins out of it. Finally, after that, we got the Jagrs. For 6 of those daily challenge collectibles, you can get a 77 overall Jaromir Jagr, choice of 1 of 10. Wow. They all have the same stats, same synergies, just on different teams. If for some reason you want the Boston Bruins Jagr, well, there you go. Your dreams came true. And then for 11 of them, you get the 80 overall. Not all that great if you ask me, because for less than 1,000 coins, you can pick up like an 81, 82 overall off the auction house. So yeah, I wouldn't care too much about the set itself. After that, let's just skim through some of these cards and see if they are worthwhile. Iafrate is big and slow, but surprisingly good stats everywhere else. Barta is really fast as a non-NHL player, so expect him to get breakaways, but nothing else. Steen, not as good as Alexander Steen, same idea. He doesn't even have rocket skates. He has the bootleg version of it. But he's a little bit better with his handling and his face-offs. Skatka's got the speed to be a great defenseman, but sadly nothing else. Steen, not as good. Oh, wait a second. LEIGHTON, he's a goalie, enough said. 6'3" though, that's nice. Wrecking Crew, that's nice. Aggressiveness, that's nice. Otherwise, I don't care. Bernie Nicholls, a little slow, but the rest of his stats actually look pretty solid. A good shot, stick handling, defense, awareness. Points like those non-NHL cards we just went over. Except, he's got good stats in the places that they didn't. A Quinn kind of looks like a defenseman, based on the shooting of his. Not accurate, but powerful. SUBBAN, this card does not look good whatsoever. He's fast, sure. What else can he do? My 5'6" child, Theo Fleury's got 98 endurance. He is not going to want to come off the ice. Because maybe he's frozen or something, you know? We're dealing with ice here. But yeah, he's got almost maxed out skating. He's got the X-Factor synergy. His shot is not too accurate, though, but he's got decent handling to make up for it. That's pretty much it outside of the Jagr that I talked about earlier. Sure, he's got a bunch of 82s in his stats, but it just doesn't make up for the fact that you can buy a cheap 82 overall card. And Jagr, I'm sorry, bud, but this card is useless. Finally, the last thing that I wanted to mention is just for taking part in squad battles, as you see here, 100% of the players get limited edition jerseys specific to this event. Just another reason not to play 20 games of World of Chell if you can just play 1 game of squad battles. Those are 2 different game modes. Don't take me seriously on that comment. Anyways, that is my breakdown of this event. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you think EA can improve on this event other than giving us better rewards. And I'll see you guys in the next video.